Papaya. Have you had a papaya? One of my favorite things is finding good fruit on a tree and picking it. I found a lovely looking papaya once and carried it back to where I was at the time, holding it with delight and appreciation. I cut it open to enjoy, and it is filled with maggots. Crushed, filled with disgust, depleted, grossed out, what looked fruitful was lost. Hi, this is Nicole, the Mother Warrior from Water Your Worth. Welcome to the podcast. I promise this will get lighter, but stay all the way through. Unfortunately, a lot of us are exactly like that papaya. Look perfect on the outside, but completely corrupted, broken, dark, and lost. You might fool others living in the same manner, but you can't hide the truth from God. He sees through everything and knows it all. If that doesn't get you stirring to face some things, then maybe you have just accepted being overrun by rot and ruled by darkness. I can say these things in this manner because I know what it is like to think I was good, but really be totally like that papaya, accepting seeds of lies, living just the way it is type of life, thinking I was doing okay while also seeing that nothing was actually progressing. Thank God I called out for his help and was ready to shift into real fruitfulness. While the shifting is an ongoing process, I do plant myself differently now and can see, feel, taste, be, and receive greater and actual progress. Matthew 7, verses 16 through 17 reads, "By their fruit you will recognize them. Do people pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? Likewise, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit." End of reading. What are fruits? And how are we to recognize them by their fruit? As a mom, I think it is obvious to see a child as a fruit, and I make sure that I teach them how to be a good tree and produce good fruit in each day. There is also the everyday fruits that most don't always think about. Words you say, how you present yourself, the energy you put out and let in. Almost everything is a fruit and deserves proper evaluating. Do you cuss? Do you worry? Are you grateful at all times and about all? Did you know that you cannot be upset or anxious at the same time as grateful? Your brain literally cannot do both. It is either one or the other. One is good and gives life, and the other creates sickness. Which do you prefer? Seems like an easy question, and yet people still agree, but act in accordance with the world instead of the word. Sounds impossible to get around? Thankfully, we are not left to our own understanding and have been given tools to practice, to shape us into the trees that produce good fruits, bringing life to others and ourselves, both abundantly and concurrently. I was able to see how I fell for the enemy's lies at an early age, and so I know the importance of being a God-fearing mama, making sure I represent all that God has worked out of me and made me into, while also establishing easy tools for my child to practice and integrate daily. Not only so they know how to go against the grain of the world, they also know they have a proper foundation and sounding board with me. Parenting is tough, and I'm not saying I have it all figured out at all. Only catching your attention and sharing what I have done with hopes that it helps you as well. We are given beautiful instruction and imagery with the fruit of the Holy Spirit in Galatians 5, verses 22 through 23, reading, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. End of reading. No law means that you can never use these wrong. You can never outuse them. And honestly, the more you use them, the more you grow and become. In order to get us into a rhythm, Holy Spirit led me to read these verses out loud for us, asking that we focus on one at a time to learn and practice. Then it turned into a jingle to have fun with and sink into the brain and heart more. Music is so powerful in affecting one's life. And I have a little downloadable image link. You can print and practice at home as well. As we close this, I will sing the jingle for you so that you can work with it as well. It is simple, but it sticks. And I just want to encourage you to take a look at yourself for real. Take a look at your days and ask the very raw question of, am I producing good fruit? And please, please take those moments with care, making sure you ask Jesus for help in the questioning, pruning, and growing. You are worth the fruitfulness. If any of this catches your attention or makes you think of someone else, please pass it along as a means of betterment. I also accept donations, which keep my content without ads while showing support. Okay, are you ready to sing? I will do it once so you hear it, and then you can join in on your end on the second time. God bless. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. All together now. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Happy growing and watering. You're worth it.